Times were difficult, and the people wondered if there would ever be an end to the conflict. They waited and waited and wondered if a leader was coming who would lead them in a new way. They wanted a leader who cared about them, would be fair to them, and most of all, would love them. They were waiting for a Messiah to come from God. During this waiting, something happened to a young girl in the land. It was a quiet morning. Mary had gone to the well for her mother and was back in her modest little house mixing water with flour to make bread for the family. The wind was blowing gently through the window. Suddenly, a bright light appeared in the upper corner of the room. Mary was startled and looked up. Was it a person surrounded by light? Or just light moving and shifting around? Mary was afraid. Was this an angel? Deep down and all around, Mary heard a voice. Mary heard that she was to have a child. A very special child. And that child would be called Jesus. He would be a blessing for the world. He would be the one the people were waiting and waiting for. Mary could hardly believe what was happening. How could she, a poor girl from a poor family, be the one chosen to bring such a special child into the world? The more the voice spoke to her, the more she believed. But what would it all mean? She was promised to Joseph in marriage. But the light and the voice convinced her that everything would be all right. After the light was gone, Mary thought about all that had happened. A poem, like a song, came into her head. Mary's thoughts were all about what would happen when God's child grew up to bring God's word to the people. Her heart filled with joy. Her poem was like this.
Everything that is in me makes God seem greater than ever. My spirit is full of joy because God looks at me, God's poor servant. I can't believe it, but all the people who know me and will know about me will know how blessed I am because of all that God has done. God's love is for all people now and forever. The child I will have will be very strong and will teach proud people just what God can do, and they will become humble. The powerful feel powerless and the poor will feel rich. God will help all of God's people, and God will always forgive them. God will remember all the promises made to Abraham many, many years ago and will keep those promises for us today and for everyone who will be born into the world.